This will be a welterweight bout. Uros Medic, his fight with Johnny Parsons got pulled. Johnny Parsons had to pull out, so he's taking on a UFC debuter here in Myktybek, Orolbai. Very hard name to pronounce there, but he just fought recently back on October 27th, picked up a win there, and he's going to have a little turnaround here, short notice, stepping in. Maybe getting a good opportunity here to pick up a win on short notice. And you see the height differential there. Myktybek, no reach is out there for him, so that is unknown. But if you look at the picture, it doesn't look like he's got T-Rex arms, so he's probably has a similar reach to Medic. And based on the film that we can watch on him, Myktybek, it's got some decent striking. He can also mix in the wrestling as well. He's from Kyrgyzstan, which is where like Valentina Shevchenko is from. And I mean, he doesn't look like a bad fighter. So coming into this one, I'm interested to see what the line's going to be. With the short notice, I would expect him to be an underdog. I would put Medic at like minus 200 in this one. And with Myktybek probably coming around like plus 160. It's kind of, I mean, it's really tough to gauge it. He's had 3 LFA fights. And it's not like to any killers, but they're not like just straight dog water. So it's a tough fight to gauge. And I'm interested to see how the styles clash. But what are you thinking?
Yeah, I was kind of going to say that he hasn't been fighting bums per se. Like you see a lot of guys, entering into the UFC have been guys who aren't going through the Dana White's Contender Series system or the Ultimate Fighter stuff. He's fought, decent level of competition in a good, respected organization in LFA. Not fighting long ago, just what was it, a month ago now about? I mean, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. I think that's good. He's going to be somewhat still in shape. It's not like he hasn't fought in 6 months and he's getting a call right off the couch or anything. So he's going to be somewhat in that mode still. I do like his striking. I think he's aggressive on the feet. He swings hard. When he gets the opportunity, he'll sit down on some shots and look to put guys out. If he has people hurt, which I've seen watching tape today, he's good. He's like a shark in water. I mean, he'll go right after the kill. And, if he's not feeling comfortable on the feet, if guys try to back him up, he's really good at ducking under, getting his hands locked around his opponent's waist and finding the takedowns. On top, he looks good as well. It looks like he, has good knowledge on the ground. He can get submissions. He can rack up control time. And, against Medic, I think he's going to have to mix in some of that. I don't think on short notice in your UFC debut, it's not going to be likely he comes in here and goes tit for tat with Uros in this spot by any means. I mean, Uros Medic has showed that he's a phenomenal striker. He's going to be longer and taller, and he's been training for this fight for a while now. So if, at the same time, though, for Myktybek, if he comes in here and gets a win, like this is the perfect opportunity for you to make a statement. It's not like you're getting another UFC debut or you're getting a guy that people are really, really high on. So I think he's going to be fired up. Massive opportunity. I think we get a good scrap throughout the first round, but after that, it's kind of unknown what Myktybek's going to have. I'm still picking Uros Medic. I think your line at minus 200 is probably somewhere in the right ballpark. I think he will. Myktybek will get some respect just because of his record, how he's won some fights, and how he's looked in those fights as well. But I think Uros Medic is definitely going to walk away with the win here. But it should be interesting. Should be a fun one.
Yeah, Myktybek, his last fight was a second-round knockout. It's a nice little uppercut, put the guy out pretty flat. And then before that, had a second-round knockout again, and then a decision win. Those are all in the LFA. His lone loss comes in a fight in ACA promotions to Khalid Sachuev, who's undefeated 13-0. So, I mean, he's been fighting some decent guys on the regional scenes. In this fight, I think Myktybek, if he can use the hands and mix in the wrestling, he's going to have a good chance to win it. But Medic, with the full camp and, the striking that he possesses, he'll still be the pick for me. But once I see this line, I'll have a better gauge on, what I want to do betting-wise as far as it goes. But for now, Medic will be the pick for me.